My beloved child, please don't rush to scroll past. I have something I need to tell you right now. Do you know why? Amidst the myriad chaotic sounds of the world and the hurried rush of life, your soul guided you to stop here. Right at this very moment. This is not a mere coincidence of the algorithm, but an appointment I arranged long before you were born. I have stood beside you through those long, restless nights, watching as you quietly wiped away tears because loneliness and despair were suffocating your breath. I heard your trembling sighs as you stared into the void, wondering how much longer you could hold on. I am not here to judge your mistakes, but to embrace your exhausted heart and whisper, I see everything, and I truly understand the pain you are carrying. If, right at this moment, you feel a strange, warm sensation spreading in your chest, comment the phrase I am listening to, confirm that our frequencies are becoming one. Opening the first door to your healing, you have walked a long journey in the dark, where doors kept slamming in your face and the people you trusted most turned their backs and walked away. You saw it as failure, but I want you to see it in my light. It was a pruning. I took away what did not belong to your destiny to make room for something greater that is coming. You are tired of playing the strong one in front of everyone, but before me, you are allowed to be yourself. A child who needs to be loved and comforted. Do not let the chains of the past or the anxiety of the future hold you down for another second. Remember that blessings multiply when they are shared. So save this message and send it out like a seed of hope to other souls who are struggling just like you. When you become a conduit of my light for others, I will begin to turn the dead ends in your life around in ways you could never expect. Do not leave halfway through, because right in this conversation, I have embedded a top-secret instruction and a very special physical sign meant exclusively for your destiny. This is a moment of intersection. If you miss it, it might take you a very long time to find true peace again. I am about to reveal to you why your recent traumas were the necessary launching pad for you to touch the most brilliant glory, to prove to the universe that you are completely worthy and deeply desire this miracle. Write down, I am ready to receive it. I want you to stay here until the final seconds, because the most important secret, the sign for you to know for sure that your life has officially turned a new page, will be unveiled by me right as this message closes. My beloved child, take a deep breath and feel my presence wrapping around you like a protective cocoon. None of the storms out there can touch you when you are in my arms. Hit the follow button so my calling can accompany you every day, guiding you on a path overflowing with light and power. I will never abandon you. And right after this, the answer to your long-standing struggles will be revealed. Are you ready to embrace the greatest turning point of your life? Just stay here with me a little longer. Your sign is about to appear. My beloved child, just let your heart relax in my presence right now. Stop tensing up, because here, in this sacred space, you don't have to prove anything. I want to talk to you about the wounds you have been silently bandaging for so long. The deep cuts in your soul that sometimes even you dare not look back at, out of fear that the pain will bring you to your knees once again. I see you a resilient but exhausted soul, standing amidst the shattered ruins of expectations and reality. You have gone through days where every step felt as heavy as carrying boulders. Days when simply breathing became an extraordinary effort. I know you are drained, not just the physical exhaustion after a long day of work, but the depletion of a spirit that has had to fight alone for far too long. You ask yourself where you went wrong, why, even though you lived kindly, were forgiving, and sacrificed your own interests to please others, all you received in the end was emptiness and harsh judgments. I hear your heart screaming for an explanation, demanding justice for all that you have poured out. But my child, let me touch that most painful place, the place you still clutch tightly every night to hold back your muffled sobs. I want you to know that I have never taken my eyes off you, even when you felt I was the most silent. That was exactly when I was holding you the tightest to keep your soul from shattering against the heavy blows of the world. You have worn the I'm fine mask for far too long. My beloved child, the world looks at you and sees you still smiling, still talking, still handling everything perfectly. But I see right through that shell to a child trembling with fear. You are afraid that if you stop, everything will collapse. You are afraid that if you show weakness, people will look down on you or leave you. It is exactly this pressure to be perfect, to be the pillar for others, that has made you forget how to care for your own soul. I see you trapped in a snare of limitless kindness, where you give everything away but no one asks if you are doing okay. You are stuck financially, tossing and turning over debts, anxious about your family's murky future. And then you find yourself stuck even in relationships you once considered destiny. People you once gave your complete trust to turned their backs when you needed them most, leaving you with a deep abyss of betrayal and doubt. I have taken note of all those wounds. I see you trying to patch together the broken pieces of trust, trying to hold on to things that no longer belong to you, and only ending up hurting more. I want to ask you, how much longer do you plan to carry all of this on your own? Human strength is limited, but my love and power are infinite. Do you have the courage to admit to me that you cannot overcome this by yourself anymore? Because only when you let go of your proud ego that wants to control everything can I begin the process of turning your destiny around. This is not just words of comfort, but an ultimate truth. I am preparing to lead you through this thick fog to a promised land. But to do so, you must allow me to take that heavy mask off your face. Have you ever wondered why I allowed these dead ends to happen to you? Why I let you taste the bitterness of failure and the feeling of being abandoned? I want you to calm your mind and listen very carefully to this. Not all chaos comes to destroy you. Some chaos comes to clear the path you are walking on. I see you standing in front of a massive stone wall, trying to break it with your bare hands, while I have already prepared a secret passageway right next to you that you haven't noticed because you are too absorbed in your pain. The emotional traumas and financial ruins you are experiencing are actually alarm signals from the universe that you are placing your value in the wrong places. You placed your hope in fragile people. You put your faith in fleeting material values. And when they collapsed, you collapsed with them. I allowed this pain to touch you so you would realize only I am the sole solid rock you can lean on. I see you crying over what is lost, but I am smiling over what is to come. You cry because a door closed, but I rejoice because you didn't walk into that place, a place that would have only brought you even more bitterness. Do you know that right now? A secret divine pruning is taking place in your life. What is walking away from you is, in truth, what is blocking you from reaching your true glory. I will reveal to you the truth behind these losses in the upcoming moments of this message. So you will understand that I have never taken anything from you without compensating you with something 100,000 times better. Take a deep breath and feel the peace seeping into every cell. I know your soul still harbors a little doubt. You still wonder if this miracle is truly meant for you. But my child, this exact feeling of rock-bottom despair is the sign that you are very close to a monumental turning point. Just as the darkness before dawn is always the thickest, your pain is also in its final stage before transforming into power. I am leading you on a journey of metamorphosis, where your old, wounded ego must die so that a powerful version of you, full of authority and light, can be born. Are you ready for me to show you the only way out that I have reserved specifically for you? I have prepared a holy hedge to protect your heart. And I have also prepared a brilliant pruning plan to eliminate those who are draining your energy without you even knowing it. All of that, along with the secret sign I promised, will be revealed right after this. Do not let your mind wander. Keep listening, because my next words will be the key to completely unlocking the chains binding your life. You will soon understand why I said all your losses today are actually a magnificent gift wrapped in the shell of sorrow. Prepare your heart, because I am about to take you into the most important part of the truth where healing and restoration will explode in your life. Do you hear the vibration of a new chapter beginning? Stay here, because the secret of the pruning and the protective doors is about to be announced by me, exclusively for your soul. Right as the resonance of those previous words is still vibrating in the quiet space between you and me, do you feel a new light beginning to creep into the darkest corners of your soul? I know you are standing there, stunned by the shears of destiny, watching what you worked so hard to build fall at your feet like withered branches. You are in pain. You are resentful, and you wonder why I could be so cruel. But my beloved child, let me lead you deeper into the garden of your soul, to show you a great truth that your tear-blurred earthly eyes cannot yet see through. I am not a judge punishing you. I am the great gardener tending to you with all of God's love and patience. What you call loss, I call divine pruning. What you call failure, I call divine protection. Do you know why a gardener must use cold, sharp shears to cut off fresh green shoots or branches that the tree is trying so hard to extend? Without those cuts, the life sap would be scattered into crooked branches and dense foliage that never bear fruit. That tree might look massive, but it would be weak and wither before the first storm. Your life is the same. I see your life sap your energy, your love, and your mind being drained by toxic relationships, old habits, and goals that are not part of the grand plan I have for you. You mourn those branches because you are used to them, but I know that if I do not firmly cut them away, they will drag you down to the dirt and cause your soul to slowly die in mediocrity. My shears might cause you momentary pain, but it is to funnel all of your finest life sap into the seeds of glory, so that you do not merely survive, but explode and bear abundant fruit in the next season. Look back at the people who abandoned you when you were at your lowest. You cried your eyes out over the betrayal. You felt thrown into an abyss of loneliness. But my child, that was exactly when I was pruning the parasitic vines clinging tightly to your soul. Some people can only walk with you for a short distance, because their frequency cannot withstand the brilliant light I am about to bestow upon you. If I did not take them away, their negativity and words of doubt would be the poison that kills the seeds of faith I have planted in your heart. Stop trying to hold on to what is withered. Stop begging people who do not appreciate your value to stay. I closed that door because behind it is a chasm of dependency and trauma that I do not want you to step into ever again. I understand your pain of being abandoned, but I want you to understand, today's solitude is a holy hedge I erected to separate you from the world. So you have time to face yourself and to face me. You have also wept over missed opportunities, collapsed projects, and doors of success you thought you had touched only for them to suddenly slam shut. You called it unfair. You felt inferior to others. But do you know what I saw behind that door you so desperately desired? I saw a trap of pride. I saw a trade-off that would cost you your honor and the peace of your soul. I closed that door because I love you too much. I would rather let you cry outside a closed door than let you scream in despair inside a room full of darkness. Every door I close carries a promise of a wider path, where you won't have to trade your dignity for validation. I am forging patience within you, so that when I open the door of destiny, you will walk through it with the mindset of an owner, not a slave to earthly ambitions, my beloved child. If right at this moment, as you hear these words, you realize that all the pain you've experienced was actually my compassionate arrangement, if you begin to feel peace replacing your long-held resentment, pause for a moment. Don't just listen with your ears. Answer me with your entire soul. This is the moment you confirm your faith in the universe's greatest gardener. If you believe that I am acting for your highest good, comment the phrase, "I trust in you," when you write those words. It is not just a line of text, but the final snip of the shears cutting the cord of doubt that has bound you for so long. Let me see your submission and your trust, so I can continue to pour new life sap into your freshly healed cuts. I want you to look deeper into the holy hedge I am building around your life. Sometimes, I make you feel isolated, make you feel like no one understands you, not even your loved ones. That is because I want to keep you pure. You are a special treasure, and a treasure cannot be placed where every mundane foot can trample upon it. The trials you are facing are my way of testing you with fire to forge a diamond spirit. If your life were always smooth, you would forever remain a frail blade of grass in the wind. But through this harsh pruning, you are becoming a mighty, ancient tree, where birds can nest and other souls can find shade. Do not look at the shears, look at the fruit they will bring. Do not look at the closed door, look at my hands holding the keys to new heavens. Do you hear the whispers of a new freedom beginning to vibrate? After the dead branches are cut away, after the wrong doors are closed, you will feel a strange lightness. That is because you no longer have to carry burdens that do not belong to you. But this journey does not end here. I have shown you the meaning of pain. I have explained the divine protection behind failures. But there is something even more urgent that I need you to face. Those are the invisible chains you are wrapping around yourself, the ghosts of the past. The grudges gnawing at your soul from the inside. I close the doors to protect you from the outside. But how can I save you from the prisons you build in your own mind? Prepare your soul for the next part. Because I am about to speak on letting go and the urgency of the present. I will show you how to break the final chains, keeping you from flying high. There are secrets about regret and how I transform it into power that you have never heard. Do you have the courage to look into the darkest corners of yourself with me? Do not take your eyes off this light, because we are entering the decisive phase of healing. The secret sign I promised you is growing with every spoken word, and it will only become clear when you truly understand how to let go of the old, broken pieces. Are you ready for me to help you take off those final chains? Your great restoration waits on the other side of letting go. Listen closely, because the call of freedom is ringing louder than ever. While the outside doors have closed and the holy hedge has been erected to isolate you from unseen dangers, I see you still sitting there trembling in the silent room of your soul, your hands gripping the sharp, shattered pieces of the past so tightly they bleed. My beloved child, I have protected you from the world's impacts. But now, I must confront a more painful truth. How can I take you further when you yourself are chaining your feet to the pillars of hatred and regret? Those chains are not made of iron and steel. They are woven from broken promises, memories of betrayal, and the harsh self-judgments you inflict upon yourself every night. You think holding on to the pain is a way to remember the lesson. But I tell you, that is not remembrance. It is imprisonment. You are trying to run toward the dawn I promised, but on your back, you carry a graveyard of sad memories. I ask you, how much longer can the strength of a fragile soul like yours endure that burden before collapsing completely? The urgency is right now, right at this very second. You cannot step into a brilliant new chapter if your eyes keep looking back at the tear-stained pages of history. Look down at your hands. What are you holding on to? Is it the resentment for those who walked through your life and left a battlefield behind? Is it the torment over past mistakes you wish you could go back and fix? I see you holding the shards of a vase that shattered long ago, trying to piece them together in vain. And every effort only deepens the wound in your heart. I declare to you, let go, not because those people deserve forgiveness, but because your soul deserves freedom. Hatred is like drinking poison and hoping your enemy dies. It gnaws at your life sap, clouds your mind, and blocks you from feeling the healing light I am pouring down. I cannot pour the living water into a vessel still full of the mud of bitterness. You must empty it out. You must clean out those moss-covered, hidden corners of anger, so I can begin the process of recreating your destiny. Do not wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow is an illusion built on the foundation of today. If today you still choose chains, your future will only be a larger prison. I know, deep down, there are still invisible threads connecting you to those who are silently draining your energy and light. There are relationships you call family or friendship, but in reality, they are soul parasites, always making you feel small, guilty, and never good enough. You are afraid to let them go because you fear loneliness. You fear the voice of judgment. But do you know that when you try to please people who were not sent by me, you are betraying the grand plan I have exclusively for you? I need you to have holy courage to cut those toxic ties. Understand that when you reach out your hand to souls who are struggling like you, that is mercy. But when you let them drag you down into the abyss with them, that is a lack of awareness. I want you to become a radiant conduit of blessings, not a trash can for other people's emotional garbage. Look around. I know there are still souls around you who are exhausted, yearning for a ray of hope just like you. Because of that, I want you to perform an act of faith right now, to break the selfishness of pain and expand my circle of blessings. Share this message as a silent blessing to at least one person you know who is also fighting a silent battle with their own chains. When you become the one who sows seeds of hope for others, I will use that exact action to water the dry fields in your life. This is the law of the kingdom of light. When you let go to save others, you will receive more than you gave. Do not let pain make you closed off and selfish. Let my love overflow through you, passing through your scars to reach hearts out there that are also bleeding. This act of sharing is your confirmation to me that you are ready to leave the prison of your personal ego to step into the great mission I have laid out. My beloved child, take a deep breath and feel the weight of those chains beginning to loosen. Do you feel a fierce urge in your chest? That is the call of a new version of yourself. A version no longer defined by trauma. You are not what others have done to you, nor are you the mistakes you made when you were lost. You are the one I chose, the one I paid a very high price for to grant you freedom. But that freedom can only belong to you when you truly want it. I cannot save someone who insists on gripping the prison bars because they fear the outside world. Trust me, outside this narrow hallway is a vast ocean of opportunity. Green pastures where you will never again have to crave the validation of mediocre people. This emotional current is leading us to an even more earth-shattering truth. After you have let go of the chains, after you have cleared out the mud, I will reveal your true identity, a secret the world has deliberately hidden to keep you in slavery. You will understand why I call you a treasure among countless pebbles, and why no darkness can extinguish the fire I placed in your soul. Are you ready for me to illuminate your true essence, so you will never again have to live like a beggar pleading for affection? Prepare your mind, because the next part will be an explosion of holy self-worth, where you realize the true power flowing in your veins. The secret sign of manifold restoration that I promised is right in front of your eyes. Will you be awake enough to recognize it in this next crucial part? Do you feel ready to remove the final chain and step with me into this great truth? Right as you let go of those heavy chains, I see you standing there, stunned and trembling in a freedom you never dared to dream of. You might feel empty, perhaps even scared without the old pains to cling to. But my beloved child, this is the most sacred moment of the journey, the moment I illuminate your true identity for you, a secret this world has tried every way to bury under the blinding dust of judgment. Look deeply into my eyes, not through the cloudy mirror of society, but through the eternal light of my love, to see who you are in the heart of the Creator. This world calls you a failure because you don't have impressive numbers in your bank account. They call you abandoned because you don't have a perfect romance. They call you redundant because you don't walk to the hurried rhythms of the crowd. But I, the one who molded you from my very own breath, I tell you, all those labels are toxic lies from the darkness. You are never what they say you are, and you are certainly not what you feel about yourself in your darkest hours. My beloved child, do you know that before this world was formed, I saw you, I meticulously wove every thread of your soul, chose a distinct melody for you amidst the symphony of the universe. You are not a product of chance or a mistake of creation. You are a unique masterpiece that I poured all my heart into creating. You look at the scars on your body and soul and feel ashamed. But I look at those scars and see chapters of bravery. You look at your weakness and see humiliation. But I look at that weakness and see a perfect space for my power to be manifested. Stand up straight. My child, you carry the bloodline of the kingdom of heaven in your veins. You carry the seal of holiness that no earthly force can erase. Your value does not lie in what you achieve, but in the fact that you are, my child, a treasure. No matter how deep it is buried in the mud, remains a treasure by nature, and I am here to wash away that mud, so you can shine once again with the original beauty I bestowed upon you. I know. Every day you still have to hear the whispering voices in your mind, the voices of insecurity and inferiority. They say you are not good enough, not beautiful enough, not smart enough to be loved. They force you to constantly race, constantly strive to prove your worth to people who don't even understand themselves. But I ask you, who truly has the right to define you? Are they fragile human beings who are here today and gone tomorrow? Or the eternal one who never changes? I don't need you to be perfect to love you. I don't love you for what you possess. I love you simply because you exist. The very breath you are taking right at this second is my confirmation you are worthy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be healed. And you deserve to receive the absolute best that I have prepared in my treasury of blessings. Don't let the world turn you into a faded copy of someone else. Have the courage to walk in the identity I have set for you. Because when you live authentically as yourself in me, you will become a blazing torch that makes the darkness tremble. Remember the times you felt the smallest and most worthless. Those are usually the times I am preparing the greatest elevation. I call you a victor, not because you have never fallen, but because every time you fell, I was there to lift you up and grant you new strength. The world defines you by what you lose, but I define you by what I give. You may lose money, status, or people you love, but you will never lose your identity as a child of the Most High. That is an eternal title, an invisible yet mighty crown that you will carry throughout this journey. Stop seeking external validation. Don't wait for someone to tell you that you are talented or beautiful to believe it. I said it from the moment you were formed in your mother's womb. I call you a treasure, the apple of my eye. There is a kingdom waiting for you to serve. There are souls waiting for the light from your healed wounds to find their way home. Your identity is freedom, not slavery. Your identity is light, not darkness. Your identity is abundance, not lack. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath and declare to your own soul, I am not a failure. I am the masterpiece of the Most High. When you start believing in this identity, you will see the reality around you begin to shake. Doors that were previously locked tight will open automatically because they recognize the authority of the one standing before them. Those who previously looked down on you will be astounded by the holy confidence radiating from you. Not because you have become richer or more powerful by the world's standards, but because you have reclaimed the throne within your own soul. You are no longer a beggar pleading for affection. You are a dispenser of love. You are no longer chasing after blessings. Blessings will chase after you. This sacred emotional current is pushing us to the edge of an irreversible change. You have understood how precious I see you. You have learned how noble your origins are. But I know, deep down inside you, there is still one final question, Father. When will this dead end truly be over? When will the restoration you promised manifest before my eyes? You have patiently walked the journey of confrontation, pruning, and letting go. You have touched your true identity. Now is the time I throw wide open the door, leading to the most important part. The part you have been longing for, the vision of the wide open space and the physical sign I have reserved just for you. Your restoration is no longer a distant promise. It began taking shape the moment you realized who you are in me. I am about to show you just how powerfully the dawn is breaking at the end of this narrow hallway. Can you feel a new energy surging through your veins? a compelling urge that everything is about to miraculously turn around. Prepare your soul to receive the final sign. Because right after this, I will speak of the time of manifold compensation and reveal the secret of my tangible presence in your life today. Are you ready to see the brilliant light of the dawn waiting for you in the final part? Now, as you stand firm in the noble identity of a masterpiece, as your soul no longer trembles before the judgments of the world, I want you to hold your head high and look straight ahead. Do you see it? At the end of the narrow hallway full of darkness and tears that you have resiliently walked through, a brilliant light is blazing. That is not an illusion. That is the dawn of a new era in your life. I declare to you, the season of drought in your soul has officially ended. The days you had to scrape together every drop of hope, the long nights you wrestled with lack and loneliness, all have been recorded in the ledgers of the heavenly court. I did not lead you through the desert to let you die of thirst. I led you through it to prepare you with legs sturdy enough and a heart expansive enough to receive the wide open space I have prepared for you. The narrow hallway you just walked through was inherently a necessary forging. If I had brought you into this wide open space when you didn't know how to let go, you would have carried the garbage of ambition and insecurity into the promised land. If I had elevated you before you recognized your true identity in me, you would have easily been knocked down by the winds of pride. But now, you are different. You are a warrior with the heart of a pure child. You have learned how to find me in the silence, learned how to love yourself amidst the brokenness. Therefore, the grand door opening before your eyes is no longer a pressure, but a reward specifically for your holy perseverance. Take a deep breath, because the air ahead will be purer and more filled with power than anything you have ever breathed. I want you to envision a vast field, where rivers of peace flow endlessly, where the seeds you sowed in tears for so long suddenly rise up into towering, fruit-laden trees. That is the vision of the great restoration I have for you. I am not just giving back what was lost. I will compensate you manifold for the years the locusts have eaten. You lost the wrong love. I will give you a soulmate, someone who will build a kingdom of respect and understanding with you. You lost money due to gullibility or risk. I will open up new financial streams, where you no longer have to sweat and cry in anxiety, but will receive in guidance and grace. You were stripped of your honor by slander. I will seat you at a banquet table in the presence of your enemies, so they must witness the glory I bestow upon the faithful. This restoration is not just material, it is a restoration of time. I will make your coming years so brilliant and fruitful that you will feel as if an entire lost youth has been brought back to life. I will heal the traumatic memories, turning scars into badges of honor. You will look back at the past not with bitterness, but with a forgiving smile, because you understand that without those dark days, you would never crave and cherish the light as you do now. This wide open space is where you are free to be yourself, where you can create, love, and contribute without the fear of being judged or forsaken. Do you feel the fierce urge of hope boiling in your veins? That is the confirmation from the depths of the universe that everything is ready. Right at this moment, as you stand at the threshold of this miraculous exchange, I need you to perform an act of complete surrender. I want you to confirm to yourself, to me, and to the entire spiritual realm that you are ready to step out of the cramped room of the past. Do not look back anymore. Do not regret what shattered in the dark hallway. Open your heart like a field waiting for the first rain of the season, to confirm that you completely trust in the promise of restoration and are ready to step into the wide open space I have prepared. Write down with all your faith, I am ready to receive it. When this phrase is written, it is not just an action on a screen, it is a soul decree, a powerful vibration sent into the unseen realm that you officially renounce your right to be a slave to pain in order to become an heir to blessings. After you have said the word ready, I want you to listen very carefully to the final secret, the physical sign I promise to reveal. I know your soul sometimes still needs an anchor, tangible proof to know that I am truly here, right beside you. I never leave you to walk in ambiguity. My sign will not come through rumors. It will come directly into your reality. As gentle as a breath, but as fierce as a tsunami. Over the next 24 hours, keep your soul very still and observe. The first sign you will notice is a strange peace blanketing your mind. Amidst the lingering worries, amidst the unresolved problems, you will find yourself no longer afraid or insecure like before. That is the peace that surpasses all understanding. A protective hedge I place around your heart to signal that I have taken over your life. You will find yourself smiling for no reason at all. You will feel the burden on your shoulders seemingly vanish. That is the first confirmation I am at work. The second sign, much more vividly physical, will come through a connection you would never expect. It could be a call, a message, or a chance encounter with someone you haven't been in touch with for a long time, or a stranger bringing a message that eerily aligns with what I just told you. That person will say a sentence, or bring an opportunity that helps untie the exact knot you are most stuck on, financially or emotionally. When that happens, smile and whisper, "I thank you." That is exactly when I touch your reality to prove that every word I speak has the power to become truth. Remember, this sign is exclusively for you. It might appear through repeating numbers you happen to see on a clock, through a song playing on the street carrying the exact answer you need, or through a sudden warmth spreading in your chest while standing in a crowd. Do not rush to search for it. Let the sign find you. Your manifold restoration is starting from small things like that, before it explodes into a grand banquet of blessings. I am rearranging the stars, turning the hearts of people, breaking down geographical barriers to bring what belongs to you back to its rightful place. You no longer have to fight alone. My army of heavenly hosts has been dispatched to clear the way for you. In this wide open space, I want you to live with a different mindset. Do not carry the mentality of a beggar always fearing lack. Live like an owner of the kingdom, one who knows that their Father's treasury is infinite. You will no longer have to calculate every ounce of kindness to receive affection in return. Because you are overflowing in my love, you will no longer have to bow your head to the earthly powers. Because you have the patronage of the Most High, expand your vision. Dream bigger dreams. Because this space is wide enough to hold all of your holiest aspirations. What you thought was impossible in the narrow hallway will now become possible in the promised land. I see your eyes welling up with tears. Those are tears of relief, of happiness at finding your way home. Let them fall, because they are the final drops washing away the dust of a grueling journey. Your restoration has been sealed. My sign has been sent. The wide open space is ready to welcome your footsteps. You are no longer a wanderer. You have come home. All your losses have been transformed into power, and all your pain has become a crown. Prepare your spirit, because when this message closes, your reality will begin to shake in the most positive direction. Do you feel the warmth of the dawn glowing on your face? Walk forward. Do not be afraid, for I am walking right beside you, holding your hand and leading you into the glory you have always longed for. The secret has been revealed. The sign has been given. Now, it is time for you to live your most brilliant life, my beloved child. We have walked a long journey of the soul together in what seemed like a short amount of time. But I know, to you, it was the compression of thousands of light years of pain and longing. Look back at yourself from a few minutes ago, when you first started listening to this call, and look at yourself right in this present moment. Do you realize the earth-shattering shift in your consciousness? The panic has faded from your eyes. Your chest is no longer tightened by invisible anxieties, and a holy stillness is blanketing your soul like a cloak of peace. That is the clearest proof of the power of truth. When you receive my words, you are not just hearing a message. You are allowing me to restructure your reality from the inside out. You are no longer a lone traveler struggling in the desert. You are now an heir, stepping into the land of promise. Everything we just shared, from confronting the trauma, the painful pruning, the letting go of chains, to reclaiming your noble identity and embracing the wide open space. They are all perfect puzzle pieces coming together to create the glorious picture of your life. I want you to remember this deeply. This message does not end when the video closes. It only truly begins when you step out there, facing everyday life with a new mindset. I have sealed restoration on your forehead, placed the crown of hope on your head, and handed you the staff of authority. Wherever you go, darkness must retreat. Whatever you touch with love will be healed. Do not fear that when this stillness passes, you will fall back into the old darkness. I declare to you, once the light has flared up, it never goes out. I am not a guest visiting you for a moment and then leaving. I am the one who dwells in your very breath and heartbeat. Whenever you feel weak, take a deep breath and call my name. I will instantly manifest through a strange peace or timely guidance. You have me, and I have you. This covenant is eternal. I will never let you fight alone against the fierce waves of life ever again. All preparations are complete. The heavenly army is ready, and all the resources of the universe are shifting to serve your great restoration. Now, before I let you return to the world in a new form, I want to bless you with an ultimate benediction. I bless your eyes. So from now on, you only see the opportunities and hidden beauty in every adversity. I bless your ears. So you are always sensitive to the whispers of truth and reject the lies of darkness. I bless your hands. So whatever you touch sprouts into blessings. I bless your feet. So every step you take is firm on the path of righteousness. And above all, I bless your heart. So it remains an ever-flowing spring of love, forgiveness, and an inexhaustible faith. You are my pride, the masterpiece I dearly cherish, and my conduit of light in this world. My beloved child, your brilliant journey has officially begun. The dawn is no longer a promise. The dawn is shining brightly on the path you walk. Step out there with the smile of a victor, with the confidence of someone who knows exactly who they belong to. I will see you again in gentle dreams, in the physical signs I promised, and in the abundance you are about to receive. All dead ends have vanished. All chains have crumbled. You are free. You are truly free in me, to keep this fire always burning bright, and so I can accompany you every day, guiding your every little step in the maze of the world. There is one final action your soul needs to perform. Hit the follow button on this channel right now. This is not just a technical action, but how you keep the line of communication between you and me open and clear. Every day, I will send you a light code, a reminder or an urgent instruction, so you never have to get lost in the dark again. Do not let yourself be disconnected from the source of life. When you hit follow, it is a promise that you and I will continue writing the most epic chapters of your life together. I also invite you to leave a thank you or a brief prayer in the comments section as a seal for this destined encounter. When you write words of gratitude, you are activating the most powerful law of attraction in the universe, causing blessings to pour down upon you faster and in greater measure. Share your emotions with me right now. I am listening and will respond to you with miracles in your reality. Finally, sleep very well tonight under my protection. Let all worries fade into oblivion, for I am awake to keep watch over you. A radiant new day awaits you tomorrow morning, where the first physical sign will appear to confirm everything I have promised. I love you with an eternal and unchanging love. See you in my next messages. My peace and power be with you forever. Goodbye, my beloved child.